in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Keep everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with the squad. I'm playing my part like I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. And I'm a. What a walk inside the top. Take a higher, that's a god.
Austin, the heathen.
Never stopping as I'm lost. Always winning, never lost. GPS another loss. GPS another loss. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision of 2020. Yeah. VVS company. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they dolly. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they
So amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing, amazing. Monster, entertainer.
Fools my son. Bag of both me, watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you run up on me, you gon' get so fast, cause I can get you with the runner, I can hit you with the
Amazing, so amazing, amazing, so amazing, so amazing, monster.
When I'm in a mud league, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close. Why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, on my hair, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans.
So amazing,
Snoop Dogg got a man who leads. It seems I'm a hooker, you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory.
amazing, so amazing,
Tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Come get
so
some
amazing,
if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes with the past, I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get. Now get it.
so amazing.
Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Amazing, so amazing, so it's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing.
I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Miami. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's able to get it across the 20. To the 25-yard line. At their own 25-yard line.
Bravo, 50, plant.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
All day. Go. Mike, 55.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Go, go. Go.
On 3rd down, Aikman is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
61, match box, lights.
They'll try and run for it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Gale Sayers, 66 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
58. Mike, 45. I got it. Two. 30. Number 50. Switch. Run. Hey, Steve 6.
And they give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
319. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Yeah.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge.
And now nothing but green ahead of him.
It's okay.
All the way home for a Broncos score. Gale Sayers, 76 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
319. Number 50. You go tight now. Liz. You got tight right there. Hey, orbit. Lance. Mike, get up.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Past the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get it about the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave a great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
On the 3, we're fine. Come on. It's all out.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
36. Bomber.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Broncos 14, Chargers nothing.
They come out here in the eye. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. Now here's Pollard. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
The fucking toter, bro.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Delta. Box it. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Rodgers going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Nice hit, boy. Let's go, defense. Defense. Hey, check back. Hey, do.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ryan Shazier, his 2nd sack of the night. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost, hold on to it. Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 70, Indy. Switch. Hey, exit. Hey. Five.
Here's Aikman setting to throw it. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Here we go. 8, read. Hey, Foxtrot. Kill.
Now Aikman. It's Hill, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
88. Hey, Haywood.
And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Box it.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. That's complete to Gale Sayers. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 88. Smooth. We go.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Hey, echo.
Now Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
We got 3, fellas. Hey, wahoo! 45 the mic. Check, 45 the mic. Yeah. Championship, baby. 45 the mic. Plant. Here we go. Get him again.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
630. 45. Mike, 45. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
26. Bravo.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try to run for it with Sayers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Check. Hey, team 6. Team 6. He's checking. Craig. 55, my God, 55. I'm going back to you. Now. Ready.
Now it's Aikman. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, defense.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Rodgers. Going for a right side here, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The throw over the middle taken in. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Now they try the right side here. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
45.
Back to throw. Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Go now. 50, plant. Right 50, huh? Watch the run.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. From South Florida, good night, everybody.